From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good morning and happy Saturday. We finally made it to the weekend, and of course we actually are now 1 week into September here. Of course, still summer, right? That much is for sure. Temperatures today definitely reflecting that here across the North State. Widespread upper 90s right there near the triple digits in the valley. Clear skies out there, a few clouds filtering in at worst. Siskiyou County, it's the same story with the cloud cover there. Partly cloudy, temperatures in the upper 80s right there near 90. Eastern Mountains, Plumas County, out towards Lassen County as well, probably right there in the 90 to 92 range with pretty much dry conditions here for this weekend. Also, do want to mention the fact that with those dry conditions, of course, has those lower relative humidity values through this afternoon, some kind of gustier winds, so we do have some fire danger there. In fact, over the last 24 hours, north of the state line up in Oregon, we have seen some of those red flag warnings, which of course yesterday they didn't filter into the state, but still shows you that proximity, right? We're dry and kind of gusty out there, so we're not totally out of the clear ourselves. Do want to mention that kind of moderate risk of fire weather here as we head through this weekend, though I don't think that's the main story. It is still one of the stories to consider as relative humidity values still stay between that 10 to 20% range, which is kind of that crucial threshold as we head into the next 48 hours. Anyways, the main story I think is that cool down. It kind of began yesterday. It's not necessarily meaning we're going to be cool right now, not by any stretch of the imagination, but a few degrees does make a lot of difference, right? That much is for sure. In the valley, most of us are going to be back out of the triple digits into the upper 90s today. You know, give it 1 to 2 degrees of wiggle room. You can imagine a place where we could see maybe 100 in Redding down to Cottonwood, but most of us will be in the upper 90s there. Out here in eastern Humboldt County, Trinity County, it's the same story with those upper 90s right there near 100. And then Siskiyou County here, upper 90s, then you head past Wairika into the eastern portions of the county. Now towards Modoc County, you get back to the upper 90s and lower 90s, or upper 80s, lower 90s rather, excuse me, as you head further east. Now, cool down, right? Here's the culprit. We kind of have this little impulse of air, a little bit cooler, pushing eastward, but I think there will be a bigger impulse connected with the jet stream, this inside slider as we call it, as we head into next week. So yeah, we'll kind of be meandering as, you know, for lack of a better term, with those temperatures as we head through this weekend and into Monday, into Tuesday. But by Tuesday, Wednesday, we kind of push slowly forward. This thing starts diving south and east as we head through Tuesday and Wednesday. So kind of the midweek time frame of next week. Boom. There's your inside slider, as we call it, wedged between high pressure on the east and west side of it. Maybe a few showers filtering in here as well, but to be honest with you, models are kind of iffy on that. I'll keep a close eye on that over the next day or two, but don't be surprised if I kind of remove those rain chances, push them aside, because they're not looking necessarily extremely widespread. Would I necessarily plan my day around it Wednesday? As of right now, probably not, no, but right now I'm going to say there might be some shower activity with that inside slider as we head into that time frame. Again, that's Tuesday and Wednesday. And also keep in mind those northerly winds, they might be pretty sharp there. So if we do stay drier and get those sharp north winds, well, that's pretty bad. We don't need those this time of year. I think Mike was actually talking about that yesterday as well. And I also see the same concern, right? So we'll have to watch that very carefully here. But I think, well, kind of one of the main stories, right? We'll kind of be below average in terms of those temperatures as we head through, you know, the lasting impacts of that inside slider there through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, towards the end and middle portions and end portions rather of next week. So that's not going to impact us for a few days yet. I think the weekend thus far, seeing indications there that we're going to be pretty hot still, but the cool down yesterday has definitely begun. So let's take a look at our 7-day outlook, see what we have in store in the big picture. And you can really see that cool down, by the way, when that inside slider, as we call it, that system diving south, moves in, right? Tuesday into Wednesday, there are those shower chances that we're going to keep an eye on there. Doesn't look particularly robust, right? Don't necessarily plan your entire day around it, bring 40 umbrellas, nothing like that, right? But still just keep an eye on it. Main story with that is that cool down, right? Let's head out a little further inland, eastern Humboldt County, out to Trinity County, upper 90s for now, but we get back down to the lower 80s, maybe even upper 70s in that time frame. So the main story with that will be those gustier winds diving out of the north and those cooler temperatures. Same story in Mount Shasta City and Alturas and Modoc County. Check out those 70s during and behind it as that system moves through eastern mountains. Same story there. Looks like we're going to have a nice cool down there. And of course, out here in Redding, taking a look at the valley, it's the same story. The 90s for this weekend, but we get back down to the 80s. And again, hold on to some shower chances. But like I said, I keep saying this over and over, sound like a broken record. Don't cancel your outdoor plans. Don't think it's going to get 3 inches of rain. Nothing like that, but still, we're keeping a close eye on it. I think the main story is the fact that there's a big-time cool down coming with that system.